Welcome to Determined Women of Destiny, powered by Rude Rangers Entertainment. I am your host, Yvonne, the Motivator Man. This is the show that gives you the business, the good, the bad, and the beautiful of female entrepreneurship, providing business empowerment through motivational inspiration. Wow. Today, my guest, I can't even go into it. This girl is killing the game. I'm telling you. Killing the game. My guest, Courtnaii Grace, is the CEO of CEO Commodities, and she's going to tell you all the stuff she does because there's so much. I can't even put it all in one sentence. So, Courtnaii, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you for having me, Yvonne. I remember we met at the vegan pop-up, and that was so long ago, and we're here today, so I was so appreciative that you reached out to me.
Yes, I was very inspired by just meeting you because, COVID had just hit in March. We had to shut down. It got a little bit better in the summer, and we're out there in 85, 90 degree weather with masks, trying to do social distancing. You and I trying to have a conversation because your press-on nails were fabulous looking. And, everybody at the time, the salon shut down, and everybody with those nails were like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And here you come like, oh, I got you. I know what you're going to do. You're going to buy these press-ons for me. So tell us a little bit about those press-ons and then go into all the other fabulous things that you do.
Yeah, so exactly. That's how the press-ons got started. The pandemic hit, me and my mom were like, okay, how are we gonna get our nails done now? Like, we're acrylic girls, gel fillings, like at the salon every 2 weeks. That was us. All of a sudden I had to stop. So we started doing the press-ons for ourselves, just at home because we had time, designing the press-ons. We would see, different designs on Instagram and get inspired and then want to, see those out. So we started doing them on ourselves, and people just really, it was catching people's eye when we would, go out, or I would, be on FaceTime with my friends. They're like, oh girl, you got your nails done during a pandemic? And I'm like, no, honey, these are press-ons, sis. And that's how, that came into fruition. So then after that, we started getting custom orders. People started ordering the press-on nails for their weddings, for their parties, for their birthday, things like that. They would see designs online, they would send it to me, and we would, get it done for them. And ever since then, we've just, continued to have such a great feedback and just people loving the press-ons and trying to get into it. I think with the press-ons, they're very niche down. You have to really know about press-ons and be willing to invest in the press-ons. If you're not into it too much, it could get, it's hard to sell to certain people. So that's one thing I'm really trying to get the press-ons in front of the audience who invest and love press-ons and use them and have a use for them. So yeah.
That is great. I love the fact that you said you and your mom was like, okay, what we going to do? And you went into the lab and came out with something. Instead of just sitting there, I heard so many women just belly aching and just moaning over these nails. And I was like, okay, sis, have you ever thought to put polish on them yourself, maybe? Have you ever? So I love that concept. And you said something else very important. You said, you have to have a certain niche. You have to know who's going to buy, who's my target audience. It doesn't make any sense for me to come out here and try to present it to everyone if everyone's not going to buy it. So that's one of the first things of business. You have to really find out your target audience, and you did that. And I'm telling you, this chick right here is on fire because I can barely get an interview because nope, I got to pop up here. Nope, I got to pop up there. I've got this and I've got that. And I'm like, okay, maybe I missed my window of opportunity, on the ground floor to get her because, it has been really, really tough. So that's great because from March last year, so I met you, it must have been June, July. I'll say July. So it's not even a year, and your press-on nails have taken off like that.
Yeah,
you know,
it's been.
And instead of just press-on nails, you took it even further. Tell us a little bit more about all of the other products that you do.
Yeah. So going off of the everything blowing up in a year, we were doing self-care sets at first, different gift baskets with jade rollers and nice soaps and nice face masks and all natural face masks and candles. And when that was really what we started with. I had a gift set that I trademarked called Pamper Her and Pretty, and that went crazy. That was like the first time I've ever made sales online when I launched that basket for Mother's Day. And that was pretty much at that point when I launched those baskets on Mother's Day. At that point, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take this business really serious. Like, this is of course a side hustle, but now of course a hobby, but now it's getting serious. I'm getting traction. People are loving what I'm putting out. So Mother's Day, I would say in May, was really the time when, my business started to really grow. And with the gift sets, we had these amazing candles in them, soy wax, essential oil infused candles. And we had different scents in them. We had one cucumber melon, another one was a watermelon. We had peach nectar and a citrus scent, and people were loving it. People were contacting me like, hey, this candle that I got in the set, it is amazing. Can I buy them separately? And I wasn't selling the candles separately. I was only including them in the basket. So I was getting so many inquiries about the candles that it just came to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm going to start producing more of these candles. And I want to sell them individually aside from the basket. So our first pop-up, we started with 24, 48 candles, sold all of them. And at every pop-up since then, we sell so many candles. I've had people stop me on the street after the pop-up while I'm packing the car and want to buy more candles while I'm in the car. I don't know if you've seen them in the videos on my Instagram, literally like handing out candles out the back of my trunk, like anybody else? So that, it's just been crazy. We started making about 12 to 24 candles a month. Now we're all the way up to 300 candles a month.
Wow.
producing for our pop-ups and for our online sales. So that blew up quick. And
oh my goodness.
It got bigger than the press-on nails, because as I said, press-on nails are very niche. But the candles, everybody loves them. Once I open the lid and put them in front of somebody and they smell it, they're like, oh my gosh, what is that smell? What is that? Like, how did you make this? Like, this is crazy.
That's how you got me.
Yes.
Because I had the citrus melon.
Yes.
And I put it in my office and I didn't even light it. And and my office doesn't have a door. So I kept walking past and I'm like, what is this that I'm smelling? And I can't, it must have been about a week. And I came into my office and I'm looking and I'm sniffing. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me that this candle isn't even lit. It has fragrance, my whole office. So I absolutely understand why those candles right now are one of your best sellers, because women just want fragrance in their home. They feel like they're being pampered once they light it. Those candles last forever. Because I had that candle a very long time.
And you just had the 4 ounce at that time.
Yes, I had the little one. One because you were doing that focused target market to see who liked what and who wanted what. And I always express, put a little bit out there, see who bites. Contact those who took a piece and ask them, did they enjoy what they were chewing on? This way, now you know what to do, where to go, and how to do it. And you did that instinctively. I salute you for that.
Thank you.
What is one of your, I know you said the candles, but is there anything else that you make and sell? One of your top sellers?
Yeah, so with the candles, we started getting into doing home decor. So people were like, I love these candles, and now I have my amazing candle, but how can I get something to hold it? You know, people were like, oh, do you have any candle holders? People kept asking that. So we were like, okay, we had to go back to the drawing board and be like, okay, what can we create that's, you know, aligned with the business and the self-care aspect and original to us that we love, you know? I'm not going to just put out something generic. I feel like just a quick sell, I'm not really into that, doing quick selling and, you know, quick turnaround and buying cheap stuff and, you know, selling it just to fulfill what people are asking for. So we sat down and we're like, and when I say we, I'm referring to me and my mom. We were like, you know what, let's do these beautiful crystal candle holders. So we started doing different crystal candle holders for the different sizes of candles. So we have one that's holds the 4 ounce, and that one we do with different amethyst and moonstone. We have one with clear quartz and pink quartz, and people love it. We just had a pop up and sold all of our 4 ounce crystal candle holders. People were like, that's amazing, that's perfect, I love that, I can use that all the time now. I always get pictures people put in their living room, they have it in the bathroom, and you know, it's just a beautiful piece that, you know, can serve as two different things. I also have a nice set that I launched and it's completely sold out now. It is a Himalayan pink salt 10 ounce candle holder. It's like an orb shape. It's so beautiful. So beautiful in the living room and in the dining room. So we definitely are getting more love and appreciation towards the candle holders. So we are gonna continue on with those. We saw it beneficial to do different ones for each month instead of selling the same one. We're gonna do different styles, different stones, and different variations of the home decor and the candle holders. So we got into that, yeah.
Great. So we're going to go to break. I want you to come back because Miss Courtnaii is going to talk more about her home decor, how you can contact her, motivation for anyone else that's trying to do what she's doing and they're struggling. So you guys go get a cup of coffee, some iced tea, and just make sure you come back to be with me. I'll see you in a few.
Hey ladies, this is Daphne. We were never formally introduced, but you need to take that up with Yvonne the Motivator Man. I know her mother taught her better than that. Yvonne, where's your manners at? Anyway, I have been bringing you information during the break about female entrepreneurs from the Determined Women of Destiny Facebook group. If you don't join, we can't talk about you during break. Need you to go to the Determined Women of Destiny Facebook group. Tell us what you do, how you do it, when you do it, and how to reach you to get the job done. And you never know, you might be the next guest on the Determined Women of Destiny talk show. So until next break, ladies, I'll see you later.
You're listening to Determined Women of Destiny on Rudy Radio. I'm your host, Yvonne the Motivator Man. You should have been listening to the first half, but if you weren't and you just came in now, it's okay. We still love you. You're just going to have to re-listen again at another time when I replay it. My guest is Courtnaii Grace. She is the CEO of CEO Commodities. We've been talking about her press-on nails that just took off in the midst of COVID. And now, after that, she did the candles. And now she's doing candle holders and home decor. And I promised you guys that when we came back, she would speak a little bit more about it. So Courtnaii, tell us a little bit more about these candle holders because you have like such a great concept for it.
Yeah, so as I was saying, the candle holders, we want to release a different style for each size of candle each month. So this month last month was the pink Himalayan salt. Actually for this month, for February, it was the Himalayan pink salt candle holder, and that is completely sold out now. So next month we will have a different candle holder that will have a different crystal in it, what we feel is appropriate for that month. And that's how we want to keep the hype up. And with the home decor and with the candle holders, we feel like the home decor is very customized and personalized, And we pair it with our candles that we put all of our love, positive intentions into. And so we want to keep it that way. We don't want to mass produce it. We want to keep it original. And so that's really where we're going with the home decor. And I'm so excited for that because it's so different. It's easy to make a candle, but to, combine two elements together, the candle and the crystals and, something beautiful for the home. That was something that I really had to do my research on and really be creative with. So it came out gorgeous and I'm so proud of that.
So if I tell you that my walls are beige and my comforter is aqua, gold, and brown, then you can make a candle and a candle holder that will absorb all of those colors and then give me a really good feeling.
Oh yes, absolutely. That was I already have a candle holder in mind when you said that with the sheets and I think that's where we went from. We went with that, we in our home and my best friend's house, we played around with it. What would look good here, what would suit well in the dining room if it's with the dark wood table or a light wood table. We played around with those and we thought about it. I used Pinterest consistently to really get inspiration. So yeah, definitely I could hook you up.
Well, ladies, listen, y'all better follow behind me and tell her the colors of what room you have that you want this candle holder. And I'm telling you, get on the ground floor, because while you're speaking, all I hear is multi-million dollar business. Ooh. This is what I'm hearing in my head because, everybody went crazy over the feng shui. We don't even know what feng shui is. Am I even saying it right? But, it's like you've tapped into a resource that people are really looking for now. COVID has hit us hard. We've lost a lot of loved ones. Some of us have even been sick ourselves from COVID. Thank God, the recovery rate is getting better. But we're in our house so much now. So I know myself, I just used to pay mortgage when I own my house, and now I have an apartment. I just pay to be able to have a place to lay my head. And so now I get to enjoy my home, I get to embrace my home. And as I walk through it, I want things to show who I am. And I want to look at stuff in my home and just love it, And I think that home decor is going to take you to a whole nother place. I am so excited for you. And you said, I did my research. Ladies, please, when you're going to do a business, before you put your foot on faith, please do your work and do research. Do research. Okay, if you're going to sell hair, see what you're going to do different from selling bundles than everybody else. If, whatever you're going to do, make sure you do your research. Do your target market analysis. Do your focus groups. Those pop-ups that you were doing, that's your focus group. Your focus group. Every time somebody said, ooh, you made a mental note of, okay, that's a good scent, and you did the work. And that's the reason why, some people may say, oh, she's an overnight success. Absolutely not, because you put in the work. It happened faster than you probably expected it to do, but you put the work in. And that's the reason why you have a foundation. And that's why you're selling candles out the back of your car when you're trying to go home and you've been standing up all day and you're like, listen, I just want to get that spaghetti and meatballs I had in the refrigerator left over from last night. Can y'all wait till the next pop-up? How about you hit my website? Listen, I want to go home. Okay, you want another candle? Hold on a minute. Let me go back here and get this candle, because, it's all about the sales and making your customer really happy. If you had to speak to another entrepreneur to just motivate them to keep going or just to start the process, what would you tell them?
Oh, I'm so happy you brought this up. Just to go back with what you were saying about doing the work and the focus groups and, making sure you're doing things and putting yourself out there to figure out who is your target audience. That's the one thing I wanted to talk about, because I went through kind of a journey with that whole process. And now that I look back at it, I'm actually really appreciative that I went through this process. So when I started my business, I had just a vision of just it being an online business, e-commerce. I never knew what pop-ups were until I started my business, and other event hosts were contacting me. Hey, I see you have a business. Do you want to go to pop-up? And I'm like, what is a pop-up? So I think, doing your research and also just being open to just being everywhere with your business. Don't stick to one vision. Be open to so many other possibilities. You are creative overall, so whatever you create, whatever you put your hands on, whatever God is guiding you. So just be 100% just confident in what you're putting out there, and just overall, and that's just within you. You have to be confident with yourself. So I started, and I was like, you know what, if this is going to be an online business, and that is it. I put my business out online. I didn't see any feedback, any traction. I was paying for the mentorships. I was paying for the ebooks, the webinars, the classes online to try to figure out, how do I find my target audience? How do I look at certain analytics and use certain things online and the tools on social media to help me find my audience? And it just wasn't clicking. All the reading and studying and trying to figure out, how to do it, just was not clicking for me. So I had to really sit down and say, how can I figure this out? Because I have products, I have ideas, I want to get it out there, and I'm not finding the people it's just not clicking for me. But I don't want to stop. I don't want that to hinder me. So, I started to apply myself with the pop-ups. I started doing pop-ups twice a week, every weekend, a month. And from that, I noticed that was my analytics right there. Like you said, the focus group, I started to talk to people and see people in real life, and physically see people, who liked my products, who didn't, who wasn't into this, who wasn't into that. And that really helped me fast track that whole process of learning what I would have learned if I was just, if I sat down for a couple of months and was, in the seminars and the ebooks and really focused on that. I was able to really figure that out in about 2 months, with really applying myself at the pop-ups. And and then I had the help of my mom. She would always give me feedback. Oh, you said this, and this was their reaction, so I don't think you should say this again, or maybe, say it like this, or, just pay attention to this type of person, and you'll probably sell it the next time. So definitely just continuing to apply yourself. Pop-ups are hard. Getting your business out there is hard. Talking to people is hard. Lugging everything all over the place and all your products is very hard, but it's worth it because it will help you fast track to that point where you can, and I'm not there yet, but I see it coming very close. I see it very close for me, being able to, sit down and chill out and focus on online sales, and being able to find my audience and connect with my audience online and grow a community online. So that was kind of my process with that. That's not everybody's process. Some people get it right away online, they figure it out. But for me, it was practical. I had to be hands-on with this. So don't be afraid to be hands-on. Don't be afraid to put everything you have into your business, into yourself, because at the end of the day, business is self-development that I've learned, and it's a lot of character building. So as you're developing, you're seeing your business develop. As your business is developing, that's equating to you developing. So I'm in that process now where it's like it's all coming to me. I see a lot of habits and so a lot of things that I've changed, and the outcome of that in my business and all of that. So it's scary, because it's like, if you don't do well, you're like, oh, well, is this for me? I'm sacrificing all this. I'm putting all this money into it. I'm putting all this time. Is it for me? It's going to be for you if you consistently say to yourself, this is for me and this is my business. I want to do this and I want to get my brand out there. A lot, I've gotten into this constant mindset of positive self-talk, because I came from a place where I wasn't like that. I didn't speak to myself positively. I didn't reinforce things that I wanted. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't even know what that was. And over time, I started talking to some mentors and some people who have been in business, and they told me, listen, you think just if you invest an extra $100 is going to get your product out there. Yeah, absolutely. But what you're telling yourself you're going to do with that $100 and what you're telling yourself you're going to do in your business is what's going to get it out there. So definitely positive self-talk, affirmations keep you motivated, and just being consistent with that. And just to punch off of consistency, definitely consistency is key. Staying on top of the pop-ups. You're tired this weekend, suck it up.
Yeah,
you had a long, I still work my 9 to 5. It's not even a 9 to 5. I work the evenings. I work a late night. My weekends are completely for my business. And this is what it's going to be for the next couple of years. And I'm slowly learning how to embrace that. I'm slowly learning how to say, this is my life right now, and it's for a greater purpose because I have no other choice. So that's, yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to go in business. I'm going to have my own business. I'll be able to chill and I'll make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're going to chill, you're not going to make any money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Any money at all. And you work a 9 to 5, I still work a 9 to 5. You know, we're still working towards our dream. It's our jobs that are our financials. So a job is just over broke, but it gives you just enough money to feed your dream, which is going to soothe your soul.
Yes.
You know, and you said, you know, you're tired, suck it up. You know, going in for the next couple of years, this is what your life is going to be about. It's so hard for people to understand, well, you're at home. I'm at home, but I'm not at home. I'm at home and I'm doing stuff for my business. I do something, taping, recording, making those short videos, use Motivational Mondays, Talk About It Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night is the only time I inhale and exhale. And I finally finished all of my Marvel Comics binge watching. They're not doing any more seasons. I'm totally erect now because I was waiting for the seasons. But now I have that time on Friday to add into my business because Saturday, I have stuff with church, I have stuff with my family. So people are like, well, what type of life do you have? I have a fantastic life because I'm working on my dream. I'm working, this is my dream. This is my retirement plan. This is what I want to do until the day I die. So I don't see it as work. I see it as my life's purpose, just like you do. I just said to you a couple of colors, whatever. You said, oh, before you even finished, I knew what I was going to give you. So this is your life's purpose. Don't get into business if you're faint at heart, because this is only for the strong will survive. You got to do your research, be consistent. And I just want to thank you so much for giving me your time. I know you squeezed me in. It was so tight, it wasn't even a squeeze, you squeezed me in. And I really appreciate it. I just wanted, my listeners just to hear to hear what you had. And please watch the podcast, because there's a loop and you'll get to see all of this amazing stuff that she's talking about. You'll get to see the candles, you get to see all of that. I love when you guys take me on the road with you. I'm in the car, I'm in your office, but when you're at home and you're chilling, just take a moment. It's only 30 minutes, maybe 35, and just look at some of the pictures. You'll see all the beautiful stuff. You won't be able to smell the candles, but just order the candle. So this way you have your own. I am telling you, get one of those candles. Those candles are fantastic. And if you don't believe me, just get the 4 ounce, and then you'll be mad that you didn't get the largest size.
Yeah, we're doing a deal right now because I know a lot of people want to test out what the different scents are and what's their favorite. So we're doing a 3 for $20. You get 3 4 ounces for $20, and that's on the site right now for a short period. I usually do that sale at the pop-ups, but now I'm doing it online for a little while. So yeah, get your scents, test them out, and everything comes in a larger size, so you can see what you love in the home. And when it's lit, it's a totally different vibe.
It absolutely is. Tell us how we can reach you, how we can order and all that good stuff.
Okay, so the website is www.ceocommodities.com. Commodity spelled exactly how it's spelled. And then also you can find me on Instagram at CEO Commodity Shop. Right now we are looking for brand ambassadors. So if anybody's interested in, representing my brand and yes.
I have my hand up.
Okay,
yes.
Awesome. Yes. I'm looking for brand ambassadors. You get free products every month. We're working on that program right now. If you're interested, you can head on to the CEO Commodities website or my Instagram, CEO Commodities Shop. And there's a link. You click on that and then you'll see just a short form, and it asks you a few questions, and then we'll get right back to you on if you're accepted or not. And yes, you can also find us on Facebook, CEO Commodities. And yes, thank you so much for this. This is amazing.
Oh, this is amazing. So ladies, you better jump on that brand ambassador.
Yes, there's free products every month.
You got free products, and then I'm quite sure you're going to give a discount when, we order. And I say we, because I'm going to be a brand ambassador. I will be doing commercials and all types of stuff, because you guys who listen to me and follow me know when I like something, everybody knows I like it.
You like it. That's awesome.
I thank you so much for joining me today. I am Yvonne, the Motivator Man. You've been listening to Determined Women of Destiny. The show is sponsored by Slinger Haskell Funeral Home. My creative director is Rudy J. Breedy. And until next time, good people, keep doing what you're doing until what you're doing gets done. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.